welcome to another episode on Nebo TV. My name is Agbaje Onome. I hope we are all staying safe and you're doing just great. And how's our day been? I know some of us should be in the morning or afternoon or evening as at now, but whatever the case may be, I hope we are all having good time wherever we are. And today I'm going to still talk about the herdsmen issue ravaging the western part of Nigeria. Now, Professor of History from the University of Ibadan, Femi Adesina, has said that pampering of the Fulani did not start with President Muhammadu Buhari, pointing out that it is historical. According to the university professor, who is an elder brother of the President Buhari spokesman, Femi Adesina, he said the Fulani people have remained the most pampered in the history of Nigeria. Adesina said that it should not be surprised to anyone that almost all the other tribes are against the Fulani because of the general belief that the group is being favored and pampered. Oh, this is quite interesting. So let me throw this to the audience. Let's get your opinion about this. Do we think that the Fulanis have been pampered and they are still being pampered in the history of Nigeria? Please drop your comment in the comment section below as we move on. Professor Olutayo submitted that this was not created by President Buhari's administration, but as a result of the administrative deficiency and favoritism on the part of Nigeria's British colonialists. The professor further said that the problem started when the colonial administration created cattle route for the north to the south, which led to the grabbing of land from the original and indigenous owners, thereby causing disaffection between those affected and the Fulani. This is a strong one here, way back history. He described the relationship between the Fulani and the Yoruba specifically as age-long, dating back to years before 1800. Wow, this is another point to raise as to how Northerners have been in power for long and they have been favored since history. Now, in a situation like this, how do we resolve it? This can also be described as tribalism. Yeah, this whole situation has a root and it can only be resolved if we start from the root. Because even if the herdsmen issue leaves Nigeria today, there is probably going to be another issue later in the future. This is just like the case of Boko Haram. At the time we stopped hearing about the issue of Boko Haram, it became reduced. Like they were operating at a very low key. And then the issue of herdsmen came up and it just sprung up all of a sudden. And now we have both issues to trash. So how do we do this? How do we find a possible solution to these old menace in the society? Because it is causing a very high rate of insecurity, endangering lives and properties in the northern part of Nigeria and also the western part of Nigeria. The southern and the eastern part of Nigeria is also not left out because we're all facing this together. So Buba Galadima said about Akeredolu's eviction notice to the Fulanis in Ondo State. Galadima called the Ondo State Governor Akeredolu an educated illiterate because of the eviction notice given to the Fulanis to evacuate Ondo State. Galadima wondered that the governor, who is a lawyer and a senior advocate of Nigeria, should know that there was no law that permits him to evict Fulani herders for any reason, arguing that anybody can choose to live anywhere in Nigeria. He ridiculed the governor, saying that it was a show of ignorance for herders to be evicted, noting that the land, the forest, belongs to the federal government. The importance of a forest cannot be overemphasized. So if it is destroyed, it will affect the economy, not just one man as a governor. The forest is for everyone, but the government needs to regulate them, and that is why laws and everything are being put in place to make sure it is not destroyed. From information gathered, Akeredolu said himself during a meeting held with the Megati leaders that what he meant was that both parties should come together and deliberate on how to regulate the grazing. When Galadima was asked what the Land Use Act 1976 says, he said lands are vested in governors of various states to hold in trust for the people. And in Ondo, they are part of the people that the act says the governor should hold the land in trust for. Yes, no doubt they are part of the people. We are one Nigeria. But when a group of people starts to become lawless, there needs to be a regulation. Galadima also challenged Akeredolu to engage him in media discussion on his reasons behind the eviction order he served on Fulani herders in Ondo Forest. He suggested that if the people living in Ondo Forest are security threats, they should be raided and neutralized rather than be evicted. We're actually saying the same thing here. Evicting them, raiding them, neutralizing them, it all boils down to the same thing. There should be a regulation. While making reference to the advice of Kano State Governor Umar Abdullahi Ganduje that herdsmen should stop migrating from one place to another as a way of solving the menace of crisis in the society, Galadima said he should know that Fulanis are found in every part of Nigeria in the last 300 years. Oh yes, they are everywhere. They are in the south, they are in the east, they are in the west, even in the north where they base. But the truth is, these Fulanis have caused a lot of menace in the society. They are not the only one in the country. Why should we allow them to move about anyhow? How many Southerners go about in the northern region? How many Westerners or Easterners go about or move about in the northern region? A very few of them. The thing is, no one is asking the Fulanis or Katureras not to come to the southern region or anywhere they want to go to in the country. But there should be a proper way of doing things. Truth be told, there are some Fulanis or these Katureras are very nice and accommodating. But those causing mayhems should be taken out. That is what we're actually saying here. According to him, some of them in the southwest, southeast, or south speak their indigenous languages more than their own dialects. They have even adopted the culture of the people. What they have left of their culture now is rearing of cattle. And he wants Nigerians to understand that there is a difference between bandits who kill, who abduct and kill innocent persons, and Fulani cattle herders. Yes, there are differences. There are nice ones, very accommodating, and yet there are bandits and terrorists amongst them. So those are the people that should be fished out. In all this, Galadima said that they haven't seen any Fulani herder who keeps cattle on the farm and ensure the farmer is killed. Well, there were cases where Fulani herdsmen killed farm owners in order for their cattle to feed on the farmland. That's one example. What do we say about that? Well, before I wrap up today's show on Nebo TV, I would like to ask this question. Now to the audience, what is our opinion? Did the governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu, did the right thing in asking the Fulanis to evacuate the state, or was it wrong on his part? Please drop a comment in the comment section below, and I'm going to see you next time. Thanks for staying with me. Thanks for tuning in on Nebo TV. And a big thank you to all those who subscribe and follow us on our various social media handles, our Instagram page at Nebo TV and our Facebook page at Nebo Tele. My name remains Agbaje Onome. Stay safe. God bless you and God bless Nigeria.